Okay, so today is not just another day in AI news. This isn't about some small update or a neat new feature. We are talking about a fundamental seismic shift. A day that we're going to look back on as the dividing line, the before and the after. So let's just dive right in and break down what in the world just happened.
Look, I know that sounds dramatic, but it's not an exaggeration. It's really more of a directive. Because a little while ago, OpenAI dropped something that has completely, and I mean irrevocably, changed the game for artificial intelligence.
That's right. Years of work, countless startups, whole business models built on the old way of doing things, they're basically on life support right now. The sheer speed of this disruption is kind of hard to wrap your head around, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack.
All right, let's get right to it. Section 1, the announcement. What exactly did OpenAI unleash that sent this massive shockwave through the entire industry?
So, at its heart, this isn't just another model update. Think of it more like a complete engine transplant for AI. We're talking about a crazy leap forward in its ability to reason, and, get this, for the first time, it can process real-time audio and video all natively. Text, images, code, live video, it's all handled by one single unified model. Now, this slide right here really tells the whole story. On the left, that's the AI world we all knew. These little niche tools that do one thing, models that forget what you told them 5 minutes ago, and you had to be some kind of prompt engineer wizard to get good results. But now, look at the right. This is the new reality. A massive context window that can remember an entire book, an all-in-one engine that does away with needing a dozen different apps, and reasoning that's so much better it feels less like a tool and more like a partner. This isn't an update, it's a whole new ballgame. So when you have a leap this big, there's always going to be fallout. I mean, if the new way is so powerful, what happens to all the people who built their companies on the old way? That's what we're going to look at in Section 2, the market impact. And just a warning, the casualty list is pretty long. At a bare minimum, we can point to 10 whole categories of AI businesses, many of them backed by serious venture capital, that have, for all intents and purposes, been made obsolete by this one single release.
Let's just run through a couple of these. All those standalone content summarizer tools, that's a core function now. It's like spell check. Those simple data analysis bots, next to this new model's reasoning power, they honestly look like toys. And those basic chatbot builders you pay a monthly fee for, the new API makes building a way better version of that a weekend project. Just like that, their entire value proposition, gone.
So here's the thing, an entire layer of the AI economy has just been wiped clean. But this is not the end of the story. Where there's this kind of disruption, there is always incredible opportunity. The real question is, now that the old playbook has been thrown out the window, what's your next move? And that leads us to the most exciting part of all this, Section 3, the new opportunities. Because for every business model that just became irrelevant, a bunch of new, much higher value ones were just born. This is where the next big wave is going to happen. So you can forget about the simple tools of yesterday. This slide right here, this is the new path forward. Instead of building little apps on top of AI, the opportunity now is to build with this powerful new reasoning engine right at the core. Let's take a look at each of these.
First up, AI agents. And listen, we're not talking about slightly better chatbots here. We're talking about autonomous agents that can actually carry out complex, multi-step tasks. Think about a proactive assistant that can read your emails, understand the context, schedule the meetings, book the travel, and put it all in your calendar, without you doing a thing. With this new engine, that's not science fiction anymore. It's possible right now.
Second, complex workflow automation. Okay, so the old tools could maybe automate one little task. This new generation can automate an entire business process. It can be the brain that connects your sales software, your inventory, your marketing platform, making smart decisions that create absolutely huge gains in efficiency. And third, next-gen educational tutors. With this level of reasoning and these new multimodal abilities, you can build a tutor that doesn't just give answers, but actually understands a student's personal learning style. It can explain quantum physics using analogies, then draw diagrams, then write some code, adapting in real time until that concept finally clicks. So these opportunities are enormous, but they all have one thing in common. You have to be fast. The landscape has been cleared, yeah, but it's going to be rebuilt very, very quickly.
The advantage is going to go to the people who get this shift and start building on this new foundation today. Which brings us to our last section, your next move. Now that you see the shift, you see the destruction, and you see the opportunity, what's the one thing you really need to take away from all this?
This quote from William Gibson has just never been more true. This powerful new future, it's not some concept that's coming in 5 years. It is here, it's on the API, ready to go right now. The real advantage belongs to the people who see it, grab it, and start building with it before everybody else catches on. So the takeaway is this. The starting gun for the next era of technology, it just fired. A brand new race has just begun, on a brand new track with a totally new set of rules. The only question left to ask is, are you on the starting line?